Have a look, ladies and gentlemen, at Michal Krizo and Samson Dauda, two of the biggest studs that the IFBB has to offer currently. And wouldn't you know, these guys are both competing at the Prague Pro this weekend. Wow. In my estimation, aside from Nathan Diasha, Horse MD, a couple of other likely suspects, I believe that these two guys will be doing battle for first place. They'll be 1 and 2 at this show. And Michal Krizo, on paper, he's going to lose to Samson Dauda. He got 7th at the Olympia, and Samson Dauda got 3rd. But they were never in the same call-out, and in bodybuilding, styles make matches, and you never know what can happen. He's matching Samson Dauda in size, absolutely. Stature, things of that nature. But Samson, and I hate to upset you Krizonites, gotta pad this one because, you guys are a sensitive bunch. I think that he is a little bit more narrow in the clavicle than Samson. But having said that, Krizo's arms are better. Okay? Making it a close one in the front double. Personally, hey, it's just bodybuilding. I could be wrong on this one, but I would give it to Samson because he appears to be in better condition overall. Might not have the separation of a Krizo, but I think he's more thinner skinner, things of that nature. And here is the front lat spread. The front lat spread. And I'll tell you this right now. Michal Krizo was better at the finals, and Samson Dauda was too, but there was not a whole lot of pictures that matched up. There was a couple of Samson and a couple of Krizo, and not many of them jived. So we're doing prejudging only. And Samson, hey, I could see Krizo getting the front double based on the arms, but like I said, from what I can see, Samson was thinner skinner, things of that nature. But he is beating Krizo in this shot because he's much wider, his lats, and you could see that from the front double as well. So it's a clavicle width, and in a sport like this, every little bit helps. Even the shorter arms of Krizo helping him in that front double. Turn to the side. Krizo, he's getting more help from his arms here. You can see the bicep, tricep, and delt. His delt may be the best in the IFBB currently. And yeah, great big man's chest to go along. Hanging hamstring, pretty good with the quad. And here's what I mean. I think Samson is thinner skinner. His skin's thinner. You can see that in the quad. You can even see that in the upper body. Probably. I don't know, though. I don't know. It is close. Go to the side tricep. Second side shot. I really appreciate the hanging hamstring of Krizo. Not bad at all. And I would probably ultimately give him this one. The midsection appears to be better. The tricep itself appears to be more visible, and hey, like I said, that delt of Michal Krizo definitely deserves a wow. But ultimately, like I said earlier, the conditioning of Samson Dauda, very impressive overall. And at first glance, the symmetry round, the judges can make their decision on that based on the overall conditioning, so keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that the condition from the back is just as, arguably more, important in terms of condition. The Mr. Olympia 1 and 2, I guess, taught us that. But anyway, we don't need to rehash that debate. This is two pretty conditioned athletes. I don't know, man. It is a situation where Samson, he does not have the striations in the glutes. He's got the very impressive dugout hamstrings. Back development, nice and wide, hard and grainy. Now, Michal Krizo, he does have the striated glutes. And when one guy has it and the other guy doesn't, definitely sticks out. Is it going to make that much of a difference? Well, considering Samson looks more peeled in the hamstrings, I don't know, man. I think he's probably winning based on width. Now, we do have both back shots in the finals, and I don't know what to tell you guys. A little embarrassed of my very sport. The camera work, or not the camera work, but the lighting, they were rolling smoke in there, so it makes it more difficult to see. And these guys have trained and dieted for this one small point in time, and we want to be able to see them, at least. But either which way, you can kind of make out, you can kind of tell that both guys are more conditioned at the finals. Back pose number 2, both arms Louis. All the way, Louis, all the way. You'll never get this chance again. Yeah, the hardness and density of Michal Krizo impresses me, definitely. But he needs to open up just exactly like Samson Dauda is. And that could be a game changer. Lower half, hey, I'll give Krizo this. He's winning in the calves. Although Samson, definitely not bad at all in the calf department. And the hamstrings, and even maybe a little bit of glutes. Do you guys detect some glute striations in Samson? Not like Krizo, but definitely Krizo is no Samson Dauda in the hamstring department. And I guess if you're going to go back for back, Krizo's got the muscle, freaky, peaky delts. Look at that. But like I said, he needs to open up a little bit more. Now here's the finals. And it is not a bad picture. I guess the smoke was just rolling out there and it was dissipating for Samson, so it made it very difficult to see Samson. But one thing I noticed, Krizo is opening up, showing us who he is and what he is doing in his lower back. Look at that Christmas tree. So if he is much more peeled than your Samson Dauda from behind, but make no mistake about it, guys, this picture of Samson Dauda is no fair at all to use. Here's the abs and thigh. And if you're just new to the sport, and this was the first pose you've seen of the first bodybuilders, it's not a good representation of these guys. I mean, these guys are fantastic in the front double, the side poses. You look monstrous. And as we will see, the most muscular, both of them look tremendous too. But the abs and thigh pose, not the best. Samson, he needs, as Dennis James said, he needs to get down to 285. Milo said, that's foolishness. But you could subtract that from his midsection. I'm telling you right now. And Krizo, genetically speaking, he just doesn't have the bubbly round, the Sean Ray type midsection. The, Lee Priest. Even Lee Priest, pretty good set of abs on me there, mate. Here is the most muscular, and it is going to be of some debate. Now, Krizo is harder, more ripped, it seems. It seems he has better separation as well. Delts, chest, couple of muscle groups he does. But Samson looks like he has thinner skin. And you can definitely see that in the lower half. And overall, he's just a wider guy. He's a bigger dude. All the way bigger dude. But it could be argued that Krizo's muscles are more muscly. That just means they're pointier and fuller. Ooh, a crab position. Another version of the most muscular. Probably the original version of the most muscular. And that's why I always debate and suggest that they should judge them both separately. You can't judge a hands clasped with a crab position, make it a separate pose, or make it a conglomeration of the two. And whoever's better overall at the two shots. I would suggest that Krizo definitely winning this pose. Might have give the other one to Samson, but it was close. So as a whole, you'd give Krizo the most muscular. And if it's a tie game for both, well, I guess it's a tie game for both. Or I mean, 1 for 1. It's a tie game, I guess. But having said that, I would give a slight edge to Samson Dauda. And just a slight edge, guys. He's a little bit wider, a little bit bigger in certain shots, things of that nature. And condition could have been a factor. You definitely will have to get that live stream of the Prague Pro. This is going to be the best show of the year aside from the big two, the top two. There was a couple of good shows. I think Texas might have been a bigger show, but it won't hold a candle to this one. This is going to be a fantastic showing of the All-Stars, and I just love how Samson Dauda is competing all the time. That's awesome, guys. It's awesome. Also, if Krizo doesn't get his ticket. We get to see him compete again. Maybe at the Classic. That would be good. That would be good. It wouldn't be very good for anybody else, though, would it? Hit thumbs up on the video. Love and appreciate all your guys' views. Without you guys, I would not be here, and that is a fact. Have a great one.